Yeah, well, actually, when I was writing this book, I couldn't imagine it because it's going to be published, you know. So I chose my names. The name of the fakir in French is Ajata Patel, and I did some few puns with it. I played with the game, with the words, and with a lot of characters in the movie. And I didn't think about the translator because I didn't think it would be published, even in French, you know. And suddenly it's published in French and it's published in 37 languages. And you say, oh my God, how are they going to translate that? And so I did a version with information for the translator and saying that they could change the name of the character because they had to do 13 word game with his name. And so in a lot of countries they changed the name. Yeah, that's very special for that. Normally a character name is Michel, and in all the countries Michel, you know. But this one you couldn't keep that, otherwise you lose all the game. Yeah, when I wrote it, I didn't think I was talking about myself because the character is quite different from me. He's got a mustache and I've got no mustache. He's a fakir, he's an Indian, you know, I'm French. Well, we've got the same age. I wanted him to be the same age than me. But when I thought it afterwards, I found a lot of common points with me. It was the travel, you know, he's in the wardrobe and he's got there and there and there, the movement, and my life is movement. I'm always traveling and seeing new things, and so we've got quite the same thing. And he's got a duality. He's very innocent in certain points and he's very clever in other points. For example, as a fakir, he knows a lot of tricks. And he's the best in his field. But suddenly he's in France and he doesn't understand nothing about what happens. And so it's like it's very innocent, discovering things. So you can be, and everybody's like this, you can be very good at your field, and I take you and I put you in another field, and you're like stupid, you know, you don't understand anything. And that's something everybody has, and I like that kind of innocence and duality. And I've got it, so it's got it at the same way. And so I wanted to make them show that by magic, because when people see magic tricks, they are completely, wow, puzzle, how you do that? But that's very easy, you know, that's very logical. It's like people, when they're looking at magic performance, they are getting their brain out and seeing it like this, you know. Because if you think a little bit, you understand everything, and you understand all the magic tricks in the world, because that's logic. That's logic. And I wanted to pass through the way of magic, which is quite ludic, you know. People like it because that's a game, that's an amazement, to make them understand people who are getting money from the credulity of people. And I wanted to fight against that, because I like to fight against injustice, you know, and it made me sad seeing people giving money to a spiritual healer that passed the hands like this and say, okay, you've got no cancer at all, and you know, that's very dangerous at the same time. So that's why I did that. I revealed some tricks, yes, yeah. But in the continuation of the fakir, I reveal more. Really? Yeah, a lot more. Yeah. Okay, Houdini, you know Houdini. He used to do the same thing, to reveal and to debunk the mediums, people who are talking with the spirits, and he used to debunk them and explain all the trick. But afterwards, I stopped to do it, because I understood that when people want to believe, they won't listen to you. And you can tell them the trick and say, look, I can change this in wine. Look how I do. And But no. They want to believe that a supernatural power does the transformation from water to wine. So I said it's useless. You know, I can fight all my life with all my energy or my will. When people want to believe in something, they believe in something, and that's all. And you can't convince them. So I didn't lose my time anymore. Yeah, well, actually, the writing a novel is a little bit of trick, you know. But you know that it's a trick. I can lie to you in the book, and I'm lying because all the characters doesn't exist, you know. Aja doesn't exist, and the story doesn't exist. That's an imagination piece. That's a trick. That's an illusion. That's a magician trick. Yeah, but it's innocent. It doesn't affect you. You know, I write a story, and you just want to read the story, but you know that it's a piece of imagination. I don't tell you that's a true story. If I tell that, I'm lying, and that's not moral. But I'm moral, and I say it's a piece of imagination. That's just to entertain you, to have some fun, and to laugh. I want the reader to laugh.